And my name is Prince, but for all intents and purposes, I am the king's son.
I think that my father is probably one of the most misunderstood people out there, and I hope that you get a glimpse into the life and the cause and effect that made him who he was.
Prince Jackson opened up about a moment that felt almost unreal, a moment that stayed with him long after it happened. It was not just another day on set, not just another scene being filmed. It was something far more personal, something emotional, something that touched a deep part of his heart.
I know when I finished reading the script early on, for me, it felt like a culmination of who my dad was, because I had heard these stories growing up that he had told me himself or that other family members had shared with me. And to see it packaged in a way with it's like a beginning, middle, and end, it made me closer to the story in a way. Also, just having the benefit of reliving it with my cousin on production or in production on set was a really, honestly, a therapeutic experience, and one that I'm eternally grateful for.
Seeing his cousin, Jaafar Jackson, fully transformed into his father, Michael Jackson, for the biopic Michael, was an experience he described as an emotional shock. And when he said that, he wasn't exaggerating or being dramatic. It was the kind of moment that makes time slow down, the kind of moment where reality and memory seem to mix together in a way that is hard to explain.
The first time that I saw him in person in his hair and makeup was really an emotional shock, because I had not seen my father in a long time, and to see him, Jaafar just embodied him and brought him back in that moment. And it was difficult to maintain and keep composure, because I really just wanted to give him a hug in that moment. But I had to tell him, like, Jaafar, I'm proud of you. You're going to do great, but I need to take a little step outside.
For Prince, this film was not just another Hollywood project. It was deeply personal. Serving as an executive producer meant he was involved not only in honoring his father's legacy, but also in helping shape how the world would remember one of the most iconic entertainers of all time. Growing up as the son of someone like Michael Jackson comes with a unique kind of pressure and responsibility.
I think one of the most magical things about this film is, for those of us that were lucky enough to grow up with the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons, hopefully it will reinstigate that feeling of nostalgia and fun and family. And for those of us like myself and younger that never got to experience that, I hope that it contextualizes the growth and the rise to stardom and the hard work and effort that my father put into it, my father and my family, and overall just be a really fun, entertaining time for children of all ages, from 9 to 90, you know?
His father was not just a global superstar. He was a symbol of music, creativity, and cultural impact. So when it came time to bring that story to life on screen, it mattered deeply that it was done right. But what made it even more special and emotional was the fact that the person chosen to play his father was not a stranger or a distant actor. It was someone he had grown up with, someone he shared childhood memories with. Jaafar Jackson, the son of Jermaine Jackson, is not just his cousin, but also someone who had been part of his life for years. Prince spoke about how one of the greatest experiences of his life was growing up alongside Jaafar. They were not just family members who saw each other occasionally, they were close, sharing moments that now felt even more meaningful in hindsight.
One of the greatest experiences of my life, growing up with Jaafar as we did at Havenhurst, as siblings, as cousins, making home movies, to now here we are making a major motion picture about my father, his uncle, someone we both love very much. I had gotten the benefit of seeing Jaafar's kind of transformation over phone, like pictures that I had seen on a phone or a computer, but the first time that I saw him in person in his hair and makeup was really an emotional shock.
He reflected on how they used to make simple home videos together when they were younger. Back then, it was just kids having fun, playing around, not thinking about the future or what their lives would become. Those small, playful moments slowly turned into something much bigger. Years later, they found themselves working together on a major film about Michael Jackson's life. That contrast from making home movies as kids to creating a major motion picture about one of the most famous people in the world was something Prince found almost unbelievable. It was like life had come full circle in a way he never expected.
It's been overwhelmingly positive. During the production of the film, a lot of our cousins and family members came to watch the performances, or they came to watch Jaafar perform. And from the beginning, I think as family, we're very supportive, and we were every bit confident that Jaafar would perform. But I'm happy to say I think that Jaafar greatly exceeded our expectations. I only speaking for myself, I am blown away with what he has done here.
Before seeing Jaafar in full costume, Prince had already been following his cousin's transformation from a distance. He had seen pictures on phones and computers, small glimpses of what was coming. Those images were impressive, but they still felt like images, something slightly removed from reality. It was easier to stay calm when it was just photos. But everything changed the moment he saw Jaafar in person, fully dressed with the hair, the makeup, the posture, the energy, everything coming together. That was when it hit him. In that instant, it was no longer just his cousin standing there. It felt like his father had somehow come back, even if only for a moment. Prince explained that he had not seen his father in a very long time, and that absence is something that never really goes away. Losing a parent, especially one as significant as Michael Jackson, leaves a space that cannot truly be filled. So when he saw Jaafar embodying his father so completely, it triggered something powerful inside him. He said it was difficult to keep his composure. That word composure carries a lot of weight in this situation. It means trying to stay calm, trying not to let emotions take over, trying to remain professional in a setting where emotions are expected to be controlled.
My observations, I think Jaafar really put in the work to learn more, to develop the character of Michael in this film, and to really just bring a nuanced performance. There's so many things and mannerisms, like you said, it probably came a lot of it naturally as well, but he worked really hard to refine them.
But sometimes emotions don't follow rules. Sometimes they rise up suddenly and strongly, and there is nothing you can do to stop them. In that moment, Prince felt an overwhelming urge to hug Jaafar. It was not just about congratulating him or showing support. It was something deeper, almost like reaching out to his father through his cousin. It was a mix of love, memory, and emotion all coming together at once. But he held himself back, understanding that this was a professional environment and that he needed to stay focused.
It was not a traditional process of auditioning. I first got a call from Graham King, the producer.
Oh, wow.
And he first asked me, like, have you ever acted before? Do you like acting? And I told him, I love films, but I never thought or dreamed of wanting to be an actor. And he was explaining the story of what he was going to tell about Michael. And the more he started to explain, I just saw him kind of looking at me. We were talking over Zoom. Then we ended up having lunch, and he was telling me about his interest in how my mannerisms are. And so a couple of weeks went by, and I sent him a text out of the blue of me speaking as Michael to the best of my ability at the time, and singing a song as Michael. I just texted it to him randomly, and he called me back saying, wow, I'm getting you a coach tomorrow, and
goodness.
see where this can go. And then that led to another thing for 6 months to a year. So it was a culmination of many moments that really led up to me getting the role, until I think I had a screen test with the full hair and makeup, and I think that really solidified it.
Instead, he chose his words carefully. He told Jaafar that he was proud of him, that he believed in him, and that he was going to do great. Those words carry both encouragement and emotion. But even after saying that, Prince realized he needed a moment to himself. The feelings were too strong to ignore. So he stepped outside to get some air, to calm down, and to process what he had just experienced. That simple act of stepping outside says a lot. It shows how real and intense the moment was. It was not something he could just brush off or move past quickly. He needed time, even if it was just a few minutes, to collect himself. It was a reminder that behind the cameras, behind the production, behind the fame, there are real human emotions at play. Prince also spoke about how the rest of the family reacted to the film. The Jackson family is large and deeply connected, and their opinion mattered a lot. According to him, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive. Many family members, including cousins and relatives, visited the set during production. That kind of support created a sense of unity and shared purpose.
He was different. Well, Michael never really had that childhood thing that a lot of us had. He didn't get to go out and play around, and
didn't grow up.
He never grew up, and I was just thinking about that with a friend of mine. I said to my friend, you know, my brother never went to a bar. He's never been able to walk into a lounge or just say, give me a beer or whatever. His life was so different in a lot of ways.
It was not just about making a movie. It was about telling their family's story in a way that felt honest and respectful. From the very beginning, the family had confidence in Jaafar. They believed in his ability to take on such a challenging role. Playing Michael Jackson is not easy. It requires not only talent, but also a deep understanding of who he was as a person and an artist.
There are expectations from fans all over the world, people who've admired Michael Jackson for decades. There is also the pressure of doing justice to his legacy. Prince admitted that while they were confident, Jaafar still managed to exceed their expectations. That is not something people say lightly. It means that what Jaafar delivered was even better than what they had hoped for. Prince described himself as blown away by his cousin's performance. That phrase suggests a level of amazement that goes beyond simple approval. It shows that Jaafar truly captured something special, something that resonated deeply with those who knew Michael best. Beyond the emotional and family aspects, Prince also shared his hopes for what the film would achieve. He wants it to reconnect people with the magic of Michael Jackson. For those who grew up watching the Jackson 5 and later followed Michael's solo career, there is a sense of nostalgia tied to his music and performances. His songs, his dance moves, his style, all of it created memories for millions of people around the world. Prince hopes the film will bring those feelings back. He wants audiences to remember the joy, the excitement, and the sense of unity that Michael's music created. At the same time, he wants the film to show the hard work behind that success. Michael Jackson's rise to fame was not easy. It involved years of dedication, discipline, and effort. It was not just talent, it was also determination and sacrifice. By telling that story, Prince hopes people will gain a deeper understanding of who his father was, not just as a performer, but as a person. He wants the film to show the journey, the challenges, and the growth that shaped Michael Jackson into the icon the world knows today. In the end, this project is more than just a film. It is a tribute, a memory, and a connection between the past and the present. For Prince Jackson, it is also a deeply personal experience, one that brought him closer to his father in an unexpected way. Seeing Jaafar step into that role was not just impressive, it was emotional, powerful, and unforgettable. It reminded him of what he had lost, but also of what continues to live on through music, family, and storytelling.